Greetings to my noble knights, as I Blaze Templar, and you may be wondering where I've been for the last week. Well, unfortunately I did get ill, and I had to work on top of that, so you can imagine I was very ill, very not having fun, basically. It was not fun time in Blaze Land. Anyway, despite that, I did join up with a couple of leagues, the first being PEBA, which I am captain of the Blackthorn Bisharps because that was one of the T-by cards they had. So, they wanted me to choose from there. Later on, some other teams were like, "No, I'm going to use this icon instead," and so that's kind of how that happened. But you know what? We're going to be proud Bisharps. We are the Blackthorn Bisharps here instead of like any other team. But you know what? We will roll with it. So. Anyway, the PEBA League is in fact a singles league focused around Megas and Z moves, and you have some different rulings, but I'm so sorry. I'm trying not to yawn, but it is really early and I didn't sleep great, so that's kind of why that's going on. But we're going to go ahead and do a draft analysis for myself. The league, I am actually the vice analyst for the Blue League, while the other part of PEBA, the Orange League, I am actually the head analyst. Unfortunately, neither league is 100% drafted, so I haven't actually touched that yet. I will in the near future, and you'll probably see those on the PEBA side. I will leave a link in the description below, assuming I actually get said link, and if not, I'm sure one of the people guys will be like, "Hey, you idiot, it's over here." So let's get into things. So I really actually did want Mega Scissor going into this league. I was like, I kind of want to build a core around Mega Scissor, and of course it was taken like right away, instant snap up, and then I was like, well, okay, maybe I'll do Mega Diancie, because I guess it's listed. Next one snapped up. Then I went, that does make my life a lot more miserable. Maybe I'll go Mega Tyranitar, but I don't really want to run Sand, and as powerful as T-Tar is, Mega Scissor kind of ruins its life with that Bullet Punch. So I was like, what can deal with both? Intimidate will help. It has Fire Fang if I really want to run Fire Fang. It's got Earthquake, Waterfall, Dragon. I'm going to go Mega Gyarados. It does deal with most of the Megas that have been chosen. Charizard X does not appreciate an Earthquake. Gallade will not appreciate the Crunch or the Waterfall. Altaria actually doesn't appreciate Ice Fang at all. Of course, it can like destroy me with a Moonblast or Play Rough, depending if it's a physical set or not. And of course, it resists my Dark Stab, so that's a thing. Alakazam, of course, just gets destroyed, but it can hit off a Focus Blast if it isn't Dragon Danced up. And of course, naturally faster. Lopunny actually is a bit of a threat because it does get that secondary fighting type. I might have to run Protect in that week. Medicham, it's a bit of a toss-up because if I have a Dragon Dance up, pretty sure Medicham loses. Metagross, it can hit hard with Thunder Punch, but I have Earthquake and Crunch, both of which should do great against Metagross. Sableye can be annoying if it goes Prankster Will-O-Wisp first and then tries to stall me out, but that's what Rest Talk Gyarados is for. So, overall, I think Metagross handles most of the Megas pretty decently. Blastoise will be annoying to get around. Pidgeot could be a slight annoyance as well with the Hurricane spam. And then Beedrill actually can be a big threat with Adaptability Boosted U-Turn. Or any number of... Oh, I'm so sorry. That illness is still getting to me. But it could be an issue. But overall, I think Mega Gyarados can handle most of the other Megas. Scissor is a bit questionable because it does have that great bulk. But after a couple Dragon Dances and the fact that Water resists Steel, But it'll probably bring Superpower that week just to clear out my Gyarados if it gets a chance. So I might not Mega Evolve right away. Anyway, back to the rest of the draft. Instead of me rambling about why I chose the 1 Mega, my Z Captain was actually Mismagus. Originally, I was kind of planning to do Heatran, but then I was like, I don't really want to do that because I really want a couple of different higher offensive prowess Pokemon that aren't reliant on a Z move. And I have a couple of nasty tricks in mind with Mismagius. I almost did something like Persian Alolan form and giving it the Z Crystal so it could be like Z Parting Shot, but then I was like, actually, I know of a Pokemon that has some pretty nasty tactics when Z moving through Mismagius. So, yeah. Plus, I needed a good ghost, and considering how many points I'd used, I needed a tier 5. Mismagius really kind of fit the bill. Otherwise, I might have gone Cofagrigus because it has better overall bulk. But, that being said, Mismagius has a great special attack stat and solid speed tier, so plus it has really good special defense, so it kind of serves multi-purposes. If I need a special wall, I can go Mismagius. If I need to go something else, I have it too. I have a physical wall in Landorus T, so I mean, it kind of worked out for the best this way, I think, especially with the plans I have in mind, like Z Toxic or Z Thunderwave. Oh goodness, I am just so sorry about that. Or even Z Curse, which actually fully restores your health, which is pretty cool. Heatran, if I had gone Z Crystal, it probably, or the Z move for it, it probably would have been the Gracium Z, and I would have like Bloom Doomed everything that Heatran couldn't get around normally. But if I really need to do Bloom Dooming shenanigans, I can always set up the Sun with Heatran or something else, and then fire off a Solar Beam. Get around that all right. So yeah. And honestly, I may bring Sun a few times. Darmanitan really appreciates it. Heatran will enjoy it. Gyarados, of course, wouldn't care about the Sun too much because its Waterfall would be weakened. But at the same time, it can still do a lot of damage through its Dark Stab, through Earthquake, through Crunch, or not Crunch, through Ice Fang, so maybe. Breloom obviously isn't too fond of the Sun, but it can deal with it. Espeon, of course, I chose that so I had some entry hazard control, plus a couple other shenanigans. I can run like a bulky offensive set, a speedy support set with like Baton Pass and Light Screens and Calm Mind, which could make something really, really tanky on the special side. Speaking of special attackers, though, we got Nidoking next, and Nidoking I chose because I wanted a poison type, and I wanted something that had a electric immunity, and so Nidoking kind of fit that bill. With Gyarados being so weak to electric, I did need something to deal with the electric attacks, and I needed a fairy killer, so Nidoking kind of served both purposes. Between Espeon and Nidoking, I think I can get around basically any fairy. Oh, you're a special attacking Calm Mind set. Okay, Espeon will just Psyshock you into submission. Oh, you're a fairy that's just fully offensive? Hey, Nidoking's Sludge Wave will just destroy your life. So, I figured it'd be a great pick. And I can always even go Poison Jab if I want to run physical Nidoking. Might be tempted to do that a few times. I haven't really run physical Nidoking, so it'd be a nice shake-up. Next, I needed something fast, something I could get around the Greninjas and all those fun things, and Noivern really fit the bill. I could just drop a Draco on any Greninja, it'll die, it can't outspeed Noivern, so, the best thing it can do to me is Water Shuriken, which I resist. Still should do pretty decent damage because Noivern's defenses aren't exactly amazing, but again, it's resisted in a pretty low power move, and if it doesn't get all 5 hits, it's not going to do a lot of damage, and even if it gets all 5 hits, I'd say it does maybe 35-40%, which sounds like a lot, and it kind of is, but trading 40% HP off Noivern for a dead Greninja, not the worst trade ever. Not the greatest, but not the worst. Next, Hitmonchan. This is actually one of those Pokemon that I really do like, plus it has the potential of rapid spinning, so I have entry hazard control in Espeon and Hitmonchan, plus it has the elemental punches, Mach Punch, so I have some priority, which is something you always should have. And it has actually pretty respectable bulk, so it can take some hits that you wouldn't expect from it. With Iron Fist, it'll boost its physical attacks, its punching attacks, which, guess what? Hitmonchan's all about punching, so it works out alright. With Iron Fist, it makes like Fire Punch, like base 90, I believe, something like that, 90, 95, so not a bad boost. Drain Punch boosts up to a really respectable number. Mach Punch actually is kind of like Technician Boost, so it gets up to, with Stab, base 90 as well, I believe, if I remember that correctly. So, yeah, it works out really well for Hitmonchan. Really powerful Mach Punch through that Iron Fist boost. Really powerful Drain Punch through that Iron Fist boost, so forth and so on. Luxray I actually chose because I wanted a something that can both absorb status or go Intimidate if I don't think I need status. And I wanted a really solid electric type. And I was in tier 5 at the time, and I went, you know, Luxray actually kind of is multi-tooled and can handle a lot of different things. Plus, it'll deal with a lot of the water types that I might have to worry about. Obviously, if I have to face something like Swampert, obviously Luxray will have some problems. But outside of that, Luxray kind of fit the bill for everything I needed. Lando T just wanted another Intimidator / U-turner. I actually have 3 potential Intimidators on my, or 4 potential Intimidators, although I doubt the last Intimidator will ever use that ability, as its hidden ability just kind of outclasses it in every way, shape, and form. But anyway, Lando T, great Intimidator, great physical attack, a nice wall. Deals with the electric types as well, as it is ground type. I did notice that I have a bit of an ice weakness, because I have Breloom, doesn't like ice, Nidoking doesn't like ice, Noivern hates ice, Lando T hates ice as well, and Staraptor, so 5 of my like 12 Pokemon are not fond of the ice, but I don't have to bring them all, and some of which are very situational, so, you know, it worked out all right for me, I think. Next, of course, is Staraptor. I just wanted a really powerful wall breaker, something that had great speed, and just a lot of power and it fit the bill perfectly, really, is the only way I can put it. Staraptor really did serve every purpose I needed. Reckless Brave Bird just hits so hard. Really good Mon, and base 100, really good speed tier for being like tier 2 or 3. So, or yeah, I'm pretty sure it's tier 3 that it was ranked in. So, worked out alright. Then last but not least, because I knew I had a big ice problem and I wanted to deal with it, I chose Darmanitan, and I am still so tired. I really am. But it gave me a great Choice Scarfer, gave me some awesome power, Sheer Force boost. I could even do Zen mode if I need a special attacker, but I doubt I'll ever pull out Zen mode Darmanitan. I could, depending on the other teams. But as you can tell, not all the sheets are updated yet. I actually did so as we went. It's kind of one of the nice pros of being a analyst. You get to access some of the sheets sometimes. But anyway, that is in fact the team as I have chosen. Does it have some problems? I can see a couple, but I'm not going to say what they are. Outside of, well, obviously there is a bit of an ice weakness, but overall, I do have a situation handler for about every problem. Like, Heatran obviously can deal with Ferrothorn, no problem. Breloom can deal with Ferrothorn. Espeon has just so many sets it can run. And I kind of went... you know, for this league, I am going to go handle as many situations as I can without actually considering what other teams have and try to counterpick them, because there are like 16 different, or yeah, there's like 16 different teams. So it's kind of hard to counter 16 teams when they all have like 10 Pokemon or 12. Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 10. Wow, I am tired if I can't even count. But regardless, that means there are 160 Pokemon in this draft. Pretty hard to cover all of them, especially since they are across all different tiers. So I went, instead of trying to counterpick, I am just going to go ahead and make the best team with what I can choose from. And I think I did a pretty decent job there. Kartana actually is a bit scary for me. Choice Scarf Kartana could be a big problem because of just what it is. But I do have Lando T, which should be able to deal with it all right. Leaf Blade it won't like eating, but it can take a Leaf Blade at neutral or even +1. So, and then Oko with Earthquake, so I have ways to get around things. But regardless, yeah, that's the team. And I actually joined a second league, but it is not nearly ready to get rolling. This one should start churning out in the next couple weeks. Like the analysis video by the other analysts, I guess. Just feels weird saying it that way. Should be out in the next couple days, I would think. No guarantee on that, but this is my analysis, so it's going to be going on my channel because, yeah, my channel. No, in all seriousness, though, that's basically what's going on in Blazeland. Basically, I've spent the last, 2 days, or 3 even, getting this draft ready, waiting for the next person to answer, and no, okay, no, okay, no, okay. And it really did kind of cut into all my time I could have been doing other work, but here we are. We've got it done. Our team is ready to roll, and I have some nasty plans in mind with some of my Pokemon. And some will probably be pretty reliable sets and pretty true sets, like maybe specially defensive Heatran. Probably will show up at least once. Kind of why I chose it. But also Scarf Heatran. Also very possible, maybe against the Scissor guys. Maybe against people that I'm afraid are going to bring threats that I would have trouble dealing with otherwise. So Scarf Heatran, very possible. Weather Trapper Heatran with Sunny Day, Magma Storm, and Solar Beam. Also actually possible. And kind of synergizes with, the Mean Luck from Miss Magus. Kind of. Not great, but kind of. But, maybe do a Z Memento even. I don't know. But I have options with this team. I really do. And a lot of these Pokemon can do all sorts of things. Like Luxray can be physical, it can be special, it can be a status absorber. Oh, I just love how flexible a lot of my Pokemon are. Now, some of them are a little more, I know what this one's going to do, like Staraptor. Yeah, it's going to Brave Bird you, you know it is. But at the same time, you don't know if it's going to be a Scarf set, a Band set, or something else. It just can kind of do any of those roles all right. And depending on the team's Choice Band could actually wreak absolute havoc on them. So, yeah, and give Espeon Wish, Baton Pass, give Staraptor some health back. That would be mean, but you know what? It'd be worth doing. So, I mean, there are tons of options with this team. A lot of synergy with just the Pokemon I chose, I think. So, am I looking forward to this one? Oh, yeah. Definitely. So, we will see you on the next video, which will probably be a Pokemon Showdown video, or maybe some more Cloud build, maybe. I might even try to get back into the Final Fantasy X Let's Play. I know I beat that game, but there still is a lot of content to go. So, leave a comment in the description below, or in the section below in the comments. Leave a comment in the comments and let me know what you think, what you'd like to see from me next, all that fun stuff. And last but not least, before I do end this video, and I am sorry about adding this little section on because it isn't really related to PEBA, but we have actually recently hit 179 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing. I'm really excited about that. And we are so close to 200, I can taste it, which you guys are awesome. There's really no other word for it. You guys are just absolutely amazing. We've had incredible growth this month, despite the fact that it's been really hectic on my end and I haven't been able to upload as much. But it's been really encouraging, and I have actually had some of you come up and say, hey, I really appreciate what you do. And it's just been so much more rewarding for me because of that. And so I'd like to thank you guys for all of your support. It really is absolutely fantastic. It's really mind-blowing just how much you guys do come out and support channels, how much you guys come out and go, hey, I know this is hard, but keep going. You're an amazing YouTuber. I just love seeing this. I really do. And I don't know if I'd go so far as to say I'm an amazing YouTuber, but it still is just so encouraging to me. It really is, and it got me so excited. And so I actually have kind of dialed down my work a little bit more than I probably should, but I really want to get to doing more stuff for you guys. I really do. And it's been incredible. It really has. So, yeah, sorry about my little spiel at the end, but you know what? You guys just are great. You really are. So, I couldn't help it. You guys get me excited, and I just kind of have to preach it a little bit. A lot, actually. So, yeah, that's what that's about. So, until next time, see ya.